Planetside 2 is a free-to-play MMO FPS by Sony Online Entertainment, in which you play as a soldier waging a never-ending war. There are no rounds in this game, the world is persistent and you fight day and night in a struggle to keep what is yours. Three factions are fighting over the planet of Auraxis, the Terran Republic, the New Conglomerate and the Fanu Sovereignty, with this last group having an obsession with alien technology and overly tight-fitting spandex. At the start you create a character and choose your faction, but after that don't expect any storyline because this game is all about shooting stuff and then shooting some more. When you start playing you'll be dropped into a war zone and you'll have no idea what to do. The game feels a lot like any modern military shooter, but it lacks a good tutorial that explains the more complicated parts. Expect that at least a few hours will have passed before you start to understand how everything really works. The battles in Planetside 2 are huge. Think Battlefield 3, but times 10, I kid you not. There are loads of people fighting and it really gives you the feeling you're in an actual war. It's a non-stop effort to capture objectives and structures that allow you to claim a part of the map for your faction. Each structure also has a specific type of gameplay in mind. Towers allow both air and ground vehicles to join the fight, while the biodome can't be accessed by either of these. Instead, biodomes are all about infantry battles. Capturing objectives and killing enemies gets you experience, and experience gets you certifications, which in turn help you to unlock more weapons and other upgrades. There are really hundreds of upgrades available, so don't expect to be running out of unlockables in the next year or so. But the game is free to play, so if you don't feel like waiting to get that gun you want, you'll have to pay. However, everything that influences the gameplay like guns and armor upgrades can be unlocked by playing, while the exception to that rule are actually cosmetic items, like skins. Those can only be unlocked by investing some real money into the game. Now also don't worry about having to spend money to be any good, because the starting weapons are excellent and the unlocks are meant to be side grades instead of actual upgrades. You'll also get to choose between 6 different classes, from the light assault with a jetpack to the max suit, which is heavily armored and has a weapon on each arm. Each class fits a different situation and you'll find yourself switching classes a lot to help your team out. Of course, there's still the matter of the vehicles. There are 4 ground vehicles and 3 aircrafts. Each faction has 1 unique aircraft and 1 unique tank. The other 5 vehicle types however are shared, so they look the same for each faction. All of these can be divided into 3 groups: light assault vehicles, heavy assault vehicles and troop transports. There are mechanics in place to limit how many of these vehicles you can use, but sometimes battles do feel a bit like vehicle spam, with infantry becoming practically obsolete. Planetside 2 offers 3 continents to play on. Every continent has a different look and map layout. They also consist of several tiles that give you bonuses and resources when captured. Resources are needed to purchase vehicles and items like, for example, grenades. There's never a dull moment, and even outside of peak hours you'll be able to find a fight somewhere. And if you don't want to walk, fly or drive there, you can choose to immediately drop in from orbit. There are no NPCs, so everything you see flying, driving or walking is a player waiting to get shot. Nothing is scripted, nothing is planned, and everything is decided by the actions of human beings. Be warned though, friendly fire is always on, so double check before you start shooting. Planetside 2 also encourages you to play with other people in organized teams. To this end you'll be able to join outfits, which are basically clans. Or you could just join a random squad and follow them around. Playing in a squad or outfit is something I would personally recommend, because it makes the game even more enjoyable than it is already. There's also a complete voice chat system that allows easy communication between players. The graphics look very nice, but the game has some performance issues. This is mostly because it draws more resources from your CPU than your graphics card. Sound quality is also pretty good, but some of the guns sound a bit boring. Planetside 2 offers battles in a scale you've never seen before. As lines of tanks and swarms of aircraft start firing away at an enemy base, you can't help but be amazed. The diverse combat and overall fun gameplay makes this game a solid choice if you want a good modern shooter. There are however a few downsides. First of all, expect a steep initial learning curve without any in-game tutorials to help you out. The performance isn't great either, and you'll have to spend a lot of time if you want to unlock things without spending any money. But it's still no pay to win, and that's what's most important in a free-to-play game. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, it means a lot to me, and I hope to see you next time. Have a nice day.